Good morning, my dear. This is Rhea coming to you from my car. Again, both hands on the steering wheel. And yeah, this is another episode of Rhea Rambles. I'm on the way to work. Um, and again, I have no idea what to talk about, but I guess I'll pass the time. It's 10 minutes, just a quick hi. Um, So I was quiet on social media yesterday, and I actually filmed a vlog. I was inspired by my friend Helen, who writes epic fantasy and starts writing monster romance under a pseudonym or a new pen name, who has a really cool YouTube channel. My phone broke off for some reason or another. So I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I thought, the easy way to do that would be to just start. So I did. I ended up with over 2 hours of footage that I haven't edited. It's gonna probably come online on the weekend, first for my Patreon subscribers. So for you, or patrons, I think, um, your is your official title, and my boxes. And then I'm gonna set it live a few days later, or searchable, that is. Um, yeah, so I've been thinking about my year a lot, and the changes I've made. I'm still feeling super good and so confident with my decision to take the latter half or second half of 2024 off. I am actually so excited. And I've decided I'm gonna make a post and an announcement, an official announcement about it, because you're actually gonna get a little treat in 2 days. I'm gonna try and upload this voice memo in a bit when I get into work, and before I start working. I have a few minutes before I start for a clock in, and so you can just listen to it whenever. It's not gonna be super long. And yeah, so I am going to hold off on writing more books with the intention, and this is important because there's a difference. Or this is a difference I wanna make and point out, with the intention of publishing them this year. So I will very likely still be writing, because I can't not write. Writing is one of my most favorite hobbies. I love it, and I want to get some writing in. Writing is a muscle I would love to keep in shape and engaged. And for that, I need to be writing. But I am not writing with the intention to publish and to sell, so you're gonna get some snippets. My idea is that I will try to get some words in and get my manuscripts finished without a looming deadline. I don't know if that's gonna work, but I will try and focus on one book, finish that, so I'm ready for self-edits, which is for me the first draft, and then I go into self-edits. I'm not a serial drafter. And there's no shame or no downside to making a couple of drafts, but that is not me. I usually get the stories out pretty much as I intend. think the most I did were 3 drafts before I went into self-edits. 4 maybe. Anyway, so the idea is to get a couple of first drafts ready, but without any pressure. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. And then I will just honor the... I've had that since sorry, this was a break in my thoughts, but I need to backtrack a tiny bit. I used to work for an orchestra and for an institution that offered courses for teachers. And in Germany, both of these, or in one is in general, true for orchestras mostly, that they have a summer break, as do schools, as you know. So I always had the summer off, and the summer was always a time to recuperate, to see what worked and what didn't work, to wrap up one season and then prepare for the next, and also to have a break and some breathing room. And I would quite like to live this still, because it fit my natural rhythm really well. And also, you know, as a mum of 2 small kids, it fits my life. And September and October, which are the harvesting season, or the harvesting months, were always the months when my year began. So my year doesn't start in January, or, you know, on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. But in September, that was the beginning of a new year for me, for years. And it feels really natural, so I'm gonna start doing that again. Only that I'm taking a bit of an earlier break. So my break begins in July, when I've wrapped up Fangs on Ice Book 2 with my editor, and then and then I can recharge. I can see what worked for me and what didn't, and what I might want to do differently next year, which is also something I need to allow myself so I can keep growing. And there's this beautiful, I don't know what it is, it's a saying, I don't think it's a proverb, that nothing in nature blooms all year, and that we need to be graceful with ourselves. And I am gonna honor that, and I'm gonna allow myself to rest and to recharge and to just sit around and let my thoughts stray for a change, and not keep being busy. And Helen actually said that in her YouTube video, one of the few ones I've watched so far. I had to stop at some point because I was writing yesterday, but I will definitely watch the rest. And she said that she doesn't want to have all this busyness that we usually live in, something she wants to be doing for a long time. And I really felt that. I really felt that. So I'm opting out of busy. And yeah, so as I said in the post, for you there are going to be very few changes. I'm going to hold off on the Patreon exclusives for a bit. You're going to get snippets from my work. You're going to get Corset Dragon starting this week with the first 2 chapters, and then the book will come out in December. And in between You Got the Love in July and Corset Dragon in December, you're gonna get Fangs on Ice Book 2, and I'm really excited for that. And it's almost exactly 10 minutes. The dog wants out of the car. I've just arrived. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for listening, and see you next time. Or hear you next time.